Hello gang, just bear with me whilst I get a couple of things all set up, but I am here, I am ready to go. It's been a day from hell. Yeah, luckily the lighting looks alright. Basically my overhead lighting is currently out because my next door neighbour upstairs decided to run a bath or something and forgot about it. So water came through my light fittings earlier and I have had to expunge all of my lighting. Anyway, let's win some games, shall we? Why would Martins be there? That's better. We know Barrett sucks, so that's not a big problem. I need to chuck a centre half on the bench. It's going to be Pereira. I'll say that for certies, and to be fair, I'm not even sure Medeiros should be the guy there. It's Manchester United. Shit. Alright, let's put Longwall there. Let's put Bell at right back. And let's drop Pereira in favour of Evans. Hey Simon, welcome in. How are you? Do I like that lineup? There's too many wingers on my bench. I think we drop Miranda for Carbone. I'm good, man. I'm good. Aside from having no proper lighting, I am swell. Yeah, it's been a day. It's been a day. Never a dull day in the Swindon neighbourhood. But you know, we make do, I suppose. Do I want to make any other changes? Probably not. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Let's see what we can do from here. I believe in our ability to get a result against Manchester United. Do I believe super hard? Nope. Not even close. Do I believe we can not embarrass ourselves entirely? Sure. Which is the precursor to us getting beaten 35-0. Because you know what my luck's like. Right, sure, let's do that. I don't know why I'm looking at this United team. There's not going to be anyone I recognise in that team. That's kind of how that goes at this stage in the save. You just don't know who anyone is. But hopefully someone here is reasonably good. Talk to media, sure, thanks, good, love it. Let's go, Old Trafford, baby. We're at Old Trafford, Manchester United versus Ipswich Town. We know how this game goes historically, and it's not well for Ipswich, so this should be a doozy. Let's hope we can get a good win. Getachew on the ball. The Safer. Back to Getachew. Safer keeps scoring, which is nice. Getachew finds Cecilia. Goes out wide for Big Will Bell. Barrett. Nanungwi. To Martins. Martins gets a goal. It's 1-0 for Ipswich at Old Trafford. And frankly, I don't know what we expected. It was always going to be a delightful old time. And I don't think anyone here should have had any reason to doubt that, even if I was completely doubtful that it was going to be a success for, realistically, 100% of the build-up to this match. But it's fine. We got the first goal. We just have to get the second goal, and then we can call this one more or less over. Alcas, big ball forward, but only finds Esplin. To Migliore, back to Esplin all the way back to his goalkeeper Ribeiro, to Migliore, to Burinyaukas, Priska, Sharonov, Craney, Atalay, Craney again. Let's defend. Anyone here want to defend? Sharonoff probably should be somewhere defending. It's cleared off the line. That's why I put Caden Longmore at centre half today. Because I knew, deep down, he was going to have to save us. Cecilia to Nanungwi to Bell. Bell through ball to Nanungwi. Is this 2-0 now? Cuts it back. Looking for Ray Barrett to score. And it's 2-0 inside 10 minutes. And who said Manchester United were a threat? Because I certainly might have felt that way at some point in these proceedings. And, well, I'd just like to say for the record that I think this is going far too well. And sometimes far too well is just well enough, you know. So we are ahead. We are smashing Manchester United. Wasn't even really a challenge for us. Let's be honest. We get a third goal here. Frankly, this has got massively stupid. Alcas finds Getachew, tackled by Craney to put in Alcas to Walden. Craney again, trying to get inside. Craney with a shot, cleared again off the line by Longmore. Balloch had the shot completely covered. Was never in doubt. Never in doubt at all. Because, frankly, Ipswich Town are mahoosive. Yeah. Anyway, coming up on the channel this week, we've got tomorrow's video, which is the end of the current season with Submarine. And then on Friday, the start of, assuming I get it edited in time, on Friday, the start of the brand new season with Supermarine, where I have spent an ungodly amount of money on footballers. I've spent more money on footballers in that one episode than I think I've ever spent on footballers in Football Manager. As Espinosa gets a goal against us. Yeah, it's been a fun old time, I think is safe to say, trying to get a boatload of transfers in for a lot of money. Sadly, some familiar faces have left, but all have been replaced with players of significantly higher quality. It's quite a few transfers. I think I've spent 160 million on about 11 or 12 players. But we've sold some players for some very, very big profits too. So it's all sort of come out in the wash. I realised that, I don't know if you've had a chance to watch the last episode yet or not, of the season yet. I realised that what cost us was our defence not really being deep enough. So I've bought an entirely new back four. I've got a couple of midfield destroyers in. And I have picked up a backup number 10 for Godry, because I realised that when Godry was injured or suspended that we really didn't have much creatively going forwards. I've done some upgrades on the wings, and I've brought in a very exciting young striker, whilst getting rid of Zamudio, because he scored 7 goals all season and that was unacceptable to me. So I thought we'd make some money on him and try and find better, or at least try and find more consistent and I'm not hating what I'm seeing from them so far. Like, I've recorded the first episode of the series, I just haven't edited it yet. The season, I just haven't edited it yet. Because I've got some time, which is nice. Like, I'm at work tomorrow, but I've got to come back to Swindon because I've got the dentist on Thursday morning. So I'm basically going into Oxford, working till 10, coming back here, and then either I will squeeze in an edit before I go to bed, or I'll do it after I get back from the dentist, and then I'll go back to work. If I get the edit done, obviously you'll know if I've got the edit done before I go to the dentist, because you'll wake up to an edited episode that's been uploaded. I may stream for a couple of hours on Thursday before I go to work, but I'm not promising anything. Basically. Cannot believe we're behind now. Alright, Will Bell, you can come off for Evans because he's got a bit more experience. Alcass can be replaced by Avitsmark. Longmore has dropped off, so Rojas can go in. Getachew can be replaced by Foden. I think we'll take Cecilia off for Everington, who I've been meaning to use more because he was sort of in contention to be our first choice striker this year. Hopefully he's got a bit about him, because we've had a bit of a drop off after that first half. But then of course I had to deal with the sadness of Frankie Monk retiring. And I realised during that last episode that I hadn't registered him for the league, so he couldn't even get a proper send-off, which was sad. But he's also had a goal in the Champions League, so realistically, I'd like to think we've done okay by him. He's certainly done okay by us. I cannot believe, by the way, I don't know if I've mentioned this in one of the videos, I had a little look on FM Scout at Frankie Monk. Once we got to about the Championship, I just got curious as to what his ceiling was, because he just scored too many goals. And it turns out his PA was like 35, which is reasonably average Isthmian League player. So I have no idea how he was getting 20 odd goals in League One. He should have dropped off and stopped being useful at least 3 seasons before he did. But by then I was too invested in getting him up the league, so... Like, he should have stopped performing by the time we got to the conference. But he didn't, so... You know... I think we take that as heroic. As will this comeback be if we can get ourselves back to a draw. Well, I wasn't expecting this Manchester United game to be 4-3. Oh no, the half-star rating was generous, if we're honest. Like, he should have been a half-star player when we got to League One and he was still a 2-star player. Which I think is just a sign of how well he was performing above his level. Like, it was like our coach was going, look, this lad's actually quite shit, but for some reason he's performing. Oh my word, we've got a comeback. We went from 2-0 up to 4-2 down, back to 4-4. This is for sure a game. We've got 4 minutes of added time. Someone could get a late winner here. Which is frankly absurd. It's frankly absurd that someone could still get a winner here at 4-4. It's like watching a third place playoff. It is mental. Little bit of encouragement. They've got a minute left. Come on, someone score. I don't even care who scores a goal. I just feel like this match deserves to have a winner. It's like watching a boxing match that goes to the 12th round. And you start thinking like someone's got a fire and a knockout. Oof. And like those boxing matches, it turned out it just went to points. Anyway, do you know what? If you'd offered me 4-4, I'd have taken that. That was good. That was nice. That was a great game for the neutral. Which I'd like to think, Simon, in many ways during that you were semi-neutral, whilst sort of hoping for a Manchester United win. But yeah, I think 4-4 would have made that game worthwhile as a place to start the stream off. I suspect we can do better, but we will certainly get to. We'll get into our stride. We've not had a bad start to the season so far. I will say we've not had a bad start to the season so far. Like, I've not been unhappy. Like, 10 games played, 14 points, sat in 7th. There you go, we've converted you. Yeah, 14 points from the first 10 games. Like, if we do quick, terrible fag packet maths, that's 56 points. And 56 points last season would be 8th or 9th. Well, it would be 9th. Certainly top half. Like, I feel like we were predicted 10th, and I'd take 10th quite happily. If we can get better than 10th, banging. Happy days. Who have we got now? Brentford next. Brentford next. We have actually only lost one league game all season. No, 2. Liverpool and Arsenal, which are not shabby. Where are Brentford in the league right now? Just above us. Where are Brentford predicted in the league? 17th. It's not out of the realms of possibility that we can get a cheeky result. Another bloody... I swear, the further I get into the future, the more international games we play. I don't know if this is like a sign of the FM future, but if it is, I'm not a fan. Like, the FM giving us a glimpse into the real life future, I should say. I'm not entirely sure I am down with the idea of us playing this many internationals. Because it feels like I'm seeing internationals every goddamn week. They've just come back off an international break. But, you know, it's fine. I am surprised that I haven't seen an international... In fact, have I seen an international job come up? Mariners, welcome in. How are you? Our gorgeous, gorgeous friend. Lovely to see you. Don't worry, I'm not planning on leaving the tractors. I'm just seeing if there's an international job that's popping up anytime soon. Just curious. A rich sporting hee-hom would be nice, but it's not what we came for. We came for... Is there an international job? Good, thank you. Yeah, Real Madrid was a party. Real Madrid was an experience. I don't like that they now mix the international teams in with the club teams in a much less obvious way. Like, I know it's such a minor thing from FM24, but I like there was a column here that said what competition they were in rather than it being there. Because it was much easier to just scan the list and see, like, what the international jobs were. It does have some design issues. Are Mali any good? 47th, just above Sweden and Greece, just below Denmark. Do you know what? We'll throw another spanner in. Why not? I don't fancy managing Kosovo's under 21s. I mean, it could be fun, but I'm going to boldly guess Kosovo aren't having the best of times. Oh my god, Erkan Sefa is in the Kosovan national team. I could be his underboss. I forgot he was Kosovan, to be honest. Actually, this is awful to say out loud, but I thought he was Albanian. In my head, he was Albanian. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing that's okay to get mixed up. See, it never comes up when I want it to. Don't worry, we're not going to drop down and manage Swindon. I've almost got through an entire FM cycle without managing Swindon. Which is weird. It's not to say it won't happen. But there we go. May have just started a war. I'm not sure Kosovo and Albania. Well, I know a lot of Kosovans during the war escaped to Albania. So I'm guessing they must be reasonably friendly. Like, you do tend to find a lot of players who are Kosovan / Albanian. Igor. Excellent. He shouldn't be an impact sub. He'd start for every other club in the bottom 20 teams. Sorry, bottom 15 teams. So I start the dotted border, which is weird. Yeah. So, not every country on the planet recognises Kosovo's existence, which is why it will have a dotted border. Dotted borders on the map tend to mean not internationally agreed to be a country. Which is weird, because you don't see a dotted border around Australia. Apparently people want to debate whether or not that exists. Good. Excellent. Sicilia's not actually been in the form of his life, but if it's going to keep the boy happy and stop him moaning, he'll be fine. Besides which, he should be getting in Senegal's squad. I don't know if Transnistria has one. I've never asked. Gotta admit, I'm not entirely sure I could picture where Transnistria was on a map. Luckily though, I can ask a map. So where is Transnistria? Transnistria, officially the Pridnestrovian Moldavian Republic, is an unrecognized breakaway state located on a narrow strip of land between the Dniester River and the Ukraine border, internationally recognized as part of Moldova. It's operated with its own government, military and currency since a brief war in 1992. No member of the UN recognised it as an independent. I would guess it wouldn't necessarily appear on a map as anything other than a region of Moldova. That would be my guess. 2 players in John England duty, that's lovely. Let's have a look. Does it? Yeah, Google Maps does have a dotted border around it, so we're going to go with that. Google Maps has a dotted border around it, so it has disputed territory status according to the mapping people at Google. I'm not going to check an Ordnance Survey map because I don't want to. I enjoy the fact there are still Ordnance Survey maps. That's where Sheriff are based. Well, at least we know that if they ever do get independence, Transnistria are going to have a team that might be able to compete in European competition. Oh my word, we're going to be an international manager as well. We're going to Mali. That's fun. Do I know anything at all about Mali? No. No. I was like, please tell me I haven't just quit as Ipswich boss. I haven't. There's a little thing there. I didn't know that was a thing. I fucking panicked for a second then. Like, I fully panicked for a second then. That had me slightly concerned. Why can't I look at my squad? Jack resigned because the board didn't sign Mbappe. When did this happen? I've not. Oh, oh, I don't remember this happening, but okay. Let's go into the national pool. I just want to see who our best players are. I do remember Africa being really confusing because there are some tournaments you can't pick foreign-based players. Oh, I have heard about this. Ooh. I don't know why he was in the squad, but I know I like him. That's a cheeky little boy. Oh, that's probably not the best way to phrase that. We've got a really good few players here. We've got some fit. Not sure I'm convinced by the 5'6" defender, but that's okay. We've got a 6'4" left back. Beautiful. Another left back. Oh my! We've got a defence. Hold fire, kids. We've got a defence. We've got a midfield. We've got a right back who's left-footed, or a left back that can play right back. A few too many right backs, but you know what? I'm not against that. Got a guy at Real Madrid C team who looks pretty goddamn good. Makan Koita, I don't know who Farco are, but he's not awful. This is saying 4-2-3-1, isn't it? It's saying 4-2-3-1. Let's just do a database search. I would like, please, to see anyone who has a Malian second nationality hiding somewhere. Caps to none. Why can't I look at uncapped? Oh, we just have to go at most one. Good. Let's put on international mode quick. Alright, that's good. It's easier to do it that way, isn't it? Easier to do it that way. Second nationality, Mali. Right. You play for Bologna, apparently. Do you want to maybe play for Mali? Decided to play for Ivory Coast, you filthy boy. You are going to play for us, though, right? You'll be happy. And you at Sevilla will be happy to play for us. That's words I'd like to hear. Previously played for Spain, well, under 21s. Alright, cool. Maintain. You're 33 and you're not in their squad. What's wrong with you? Anyway, we're going to look at that inbox. Stop trying to induct me into shit. Tactics. Alright. We're going to go with a Gegenpress. It is a bit of a chore. It's fine. We'll see you in a second. 4-2-3-1. We're just going to go with a 4. I'll figure this out later. It won't be important today. I will figure this out later. Why is 4-2-3-1 not an option there? That. Good. Excellent. Oh, we have actually got a game against Kenya. Alright, we're going to start with Mali, apparently. Seems weird to hire a manager in the midst of an international break, but there we go. What do I know? I am just going to load up my 4-2-3-1. I think that's going to be the way. Load, please, my 4-2-3-1 Gegen. Hit that button, and I hope that's the team that's going to be able to do a job for us momentarily in an African Nations Cup qualifying game against Kenya, which I believe is how you're supposed to pronounce it if you're posh. Kenya. And we are more or less already qualified, so a win here should guarantee us qualification, which is good for our rep boostingness. Don't know why the old manager left. I'd assume he retired. I guess I could find out, couldn't I? Let's click there. History. He was sacked in January, and they've taken 10 months to replace him. He was in charge for 15 years and won 57%. The fuck did he get fired for? He won the last AFCON. Oh, he's retiring. Okay. That's wild. You're unhappy with the treatment of Roshan Foden. Wants to start more games. Roshan. No, you click on you. Agreed playing time. Impact sub. Problem solved. Right, they're happy now. Good. Wasn't looking to throw extra games into the mix tonight, but that's fine. We'll get to the end of November. I understand how the national pool works. I've done about 30 World Cups. I think I can probably handle a national pool selection. Acceptable dressing room atmosphere, lovely. Improve media handling, good. Excellent. Nice. Nice, they're happy with us. Choose Mali captain. Presumably Bob. Set pieces. Just do whatever works. Glad I could help. Choose Mali. I mean, I'll be honest. Daoud Adiakite feels like he should be our captain. And then Philly Carber feels like he should be the vice captain. Good. Rather than having a fickle guy as our vice captain. Excellent. Let's go play Kenya. See if we can beat Kenya. Get ourselves into the AFCON. Then we can win the AFCON. and then profit. Actually, don't even know what our reputation is like as a manager at this point. I haven't looked. I genuinely haven't looked in quite some time. Career, my profile, national reputation. It's not bad. It's better than nothing. Right, let's see what this Marley team looks like. Not worried about tactical familiarity. We're just going to let our assistant manager do the picking of the team and see. Why are you being picked over Drame? He's clearly in better form. Traore. Koulibaly. Boldly assume Kone is a better winger. There we go. Everyone's happy except the players who miss out. Let's go play with Marley. In war yellow kit. In war yellow kit. Never press. We're on a good run, lads. Don't screw it up. I do enjoy. I mean, I'm going to use enjoy loosely here. I do find it funny that FM has this low-key, and has done for generations, by the way, has this low-key racist thing under the hood, where when you manage an African national team, the players just don't listen to you, ever. It's super sketchy. Can I please have my first goal in charge? No. No. But it'll be fine, because I believe that we will win. Especially because a win here would make us basically unassailable for qualification. We'd go through with Libya to the AFCON. And I've won the AFCON from lower down the rankings than 49th. So that will help. It would help if we could play the ball into the opposition area. Like that. Oh my word, what is that? I've just realised, I know what's wrong with this. I know what's wrong. I've worked it out. I haven't gone into here and done the thing where I tell them to shoot less often. Which I always forget to do when I load up this tactic with a new team. So they're just being wasteful for the sake of being wasteful. I don't like it. Hopefully though, we turn that down and someone will remember to pass the ball to a friend who is better placed for goal scoring. So far, I won't pretend this has been the most impressive performance I've ever seen. Diakite down the near side. Cross would be lovely. Cross would be lovely. Drame, Diakite. Back to Drame. Drame finds Kone. Brahma Kone. He's done it. We're a goal ahead. We're a goal ahead, and that means, most importantly, we are going to the AFCONs. Which is frankly lovely. Because there are 2 games to play after this, unless Libya do something astounding against Chad. Big Chad. We are good. We're golden. We're magical. Sonogo in the box. Not quite. Goita. Takaba. Drame. Takone. Takorkos. That was rubbish. That was not the best finish I've ever seen. OTA no for Kenya. I imagine most of the Kenyan squad play in the lower reaches of the English leagues. That tends to be how it goes at this stage in a save. They either play for obscure Kenyan clubs, or they end up playing for like Dulwich Hamlet. We've got a penalty. Brighton Gama. Let's do goal number 2. It's Koita. Well, that was rubbish. 10 penalty taking. Alright. Let's try and fire them up. Koita's rating took a hit after half time, so I couldn't even give him a "you made a mistake, but it's okay, buddy," you think, because the game hadn't registered he made a mistake yet. Drame to Diakite. Back to Drame. Drame forward to Kakase. To Diakite. It's not really gone well, but Diakite's got it back. Drame forward to Korkos. Korkos to Sanogo. Sanogo brought down. Korkos on the ball. Korkos finishes that one. We've got 2 players down injured, including Sanogo, who has a big red injury symbol next to his head. What's happened here? They've just clashed knees. I don't know, Schwarzensteiner. It's too many letters. I don't know if he's hurt, but certainly Sanogo is not going to play any further part in this game, which gives us a chance to look at Sidibe. Don't like that the numbers aren't on the back of the shirts. Do not like that, but that's absolutely fine. It doesn't matter right now. We've sent in a new face. I'm hoping that our player isn't injured forever, and I'm hoping we can keep getting goals, because points mean prizes, and prizes mean reputation boosts. Korkos, Takaba. Kaba finds Sidibe. Sidibe can't quite get through. Ball through though now to Traore. And Ala Traore makes it 3-0. And that is pretty goddamn special. That is special. That's a great start to our time in charge of Mali. I don't know how Libya are doing. I don't care how Libya are doing. We've qualified. Regardless of what happens from here on out, we have qualified. So, I'd say we're pretty good. Sidibe to Drame, Drame forward to Kokos, to Traore, Traore back to Sidibe, who wins a corner, I believe? No. Sadly not. How are Libya doing? Libya are beating Chad, so that means that we are... Oh, we're still good. We're still good, I think. We're still 5 points clear of Libya. We've qualified regardless. Imagine we get a reputation boost just for qualifying. Welcome back, Mariners. You join us as we complete the qualification process for AFCON. Just going to pause that in the background. We'll take off Keita so he doesn't get sent off. Koita hasn't recovered from missing, so Diao can go in. Kaba guess is going to have to swap with Queendo, and Queendo is going to swap with Bagayoko. And Diakite. He's playing well. We'll take off Kone and we'll have a little look at Niakate there. We are doing a football. We're doing a 3-0 football, which is about to become a 4-0 football. There we go, a 4-0 football. I'd say job done. Jobbed. Jobbed. Seems like we found a good international place for us. Not unhappy with this as a result. Diakite on a 9 rating is spectacular, by the way. Korokos on an 8.5. Diakite keeps getting better and better and better. It's almost the perfect debut for us. Boldly assume that Libya's game finished with them winning. It did. Chad almost got them back. Nice work, everyone. Good work. Job done. Now we can go back to our regularly scheduled programming because we haven't got another international fixture till March. So we're actually qualifying for AFCON like a year and a half from now. I assume. Indeed, international breaks. Boo. So when is our next match? It is next year. Oh my word. Hang on. So when's our next AFCON qualifier? June. So we start qualifying for the World Cup before we start qualifying for AFCON. We finish qualifying for AFCON. So AFCON will be in the January after this. 2046, and then we'll have a World Cup. We've already started qualifying, so we've got to get above Morocco to qualify for a World Cup. And the World Cup in this world universe thing, the next one is in Australia. The current holders of the World Cup in this universe, by the way, Serbia. What's the picture they get a penalty on? We could. Some weird hosts. Well, that's just down as being Spain. It's true. But in this world, apparently 2038 is in South Africa. Indonesia and Malaysia had it in 34. Germany in 42, which I wouldn't be against. I mean, I'll be probably dead by then. That's a long way in the future. And the one after that, in Australia, with the final at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. With a Stadium Australia, 80,000 people in Sydney. The Adelaide, or just playing at cricket grounds. Dockland Stadium, I think, is a rugby ground. Suncorp is rugby/Aussie rules. I don't know where the Gabba is. Lots of games being played in Brisbane. Oh, we've got some lovely ones named after players. The Mark Bosnich Stadium, the John Aloisi Stadium, the Claire Hunt Arena. Wollongong International Arena doesn't sound good, does it? Let's be honest. It's a very uneven World Cup, but I enjoy the fact they're playing in Tasmania. Anyway, we met our expectations. We did what we needed to do. Let's go back to managing Ipswich Town. We've got the Bees next, the Brentford Bees. We've just had a 4-4 draw against Manchester United, which makes us fucking massive, if we're honest. Does make us massive. Let's try something massive, something new, something exciting. Right. Oh, and Yagdi Owl got injured. It's a shame because his name was fun. Grison's unhappy with Tullin's loan agreement, but to be fair, Tullin's been shite. So I'm not going to cry if he gets recalled. Leicester after we played Brentford. And we might even get into some December. Oh, Lord. I have no idea if my lighting is alright, by the way, because I currently have a lighting issue in the flat. Insofar as the light bulb in the living room is currently full of water. Which is an issue. So I am a little bit unconvinced by the lighting situation. It's unhelpful at best. Alright. Let's play Manchester Brentford. Brentford are currently 7th, just above us. A win today would put us potentially up into 6th. And then if we beat Leicester, we might even be in a Champions League spot, which is worthy of celebration. What about Longmore in midfield now? We are winning it all. I don't want Dosso there, I want Carbone there. Evans is going to retire? No, I don't care. He was only signed as a short-term solution at right back to a lack of right backs problem, so we won't lose much sleep over that. I would like to get some of these guys out on loan. That would be really helpful, because then they can go and play some football. So we'll see. Anyway, let's see if Caden Longmore is the answer to my midfield problems. He was signed with a view to doing some defending, but you can't have it all. Maybe you can. Who knows? Anyway, address the team. Hello, guys. This is a match we should be winning. Make sure we do. Good, good, good. Get into them. Exactly that. Get into them. Right. Goodness, what up on the strike. I haven't. Good. I wasn't sure if that had carried over. Oh no, it's the other save I've changed assistant manager on. Alcas. Longmore. Not great. Not great. That's it. Let them know you're there early. Exactly that. We haven't done it, and Jardel Pupinski has scored, which is a great name. I don't know where Jardel Pupinski comes from. Is he Polish? He's a Brazilian Pole. Who'd have thunk that was a thing? Anyway, let's berate them, because we shouldn't be losing to Brentford. We should be easily beating Brentford. We put 4 past Manchester United. Brentford should be easy. Cecilia to Bell. Big Will Bell doing Big Will Bell things. Into the box. Nanungwi back to Bell. Come, one of you needs to cross. Nanungwi to Barrett, who scored last game, but I don't think we should pretend shooting is a strong part of his skill set. We're good. We are good. We are fine. We just have to relax. And nothing bad can happen. Everton are beating Manchester United 3-0. Suddenly us scoring 4 against them doesn't feel quite so special. Soto's got a free kick for Brentford, and someone here should have done better with that. Right, I'm going to yell at them again. They don't seem to like me yelling at them, but I'm going to keep doing it because I goddamn can. Honestly. Cornejo. Oh, Longmore breaking up. Nanungwi, come on, son. Get some good assists in. You did good assisting last year. Getachew to Longmore. Longmore finds Will Bell. Will Bell, a cross goal. That crossed the line anyway. We'll take it. Getachew gets the credit for the goal, but I think that was Will Bell's goal, personally. We'll have a look, but I think Will Bell's shot crossed the line anyway. That's across the line. That's ridiculous. That was across the line. Will Bell has been robbed there. Well, that doesn't fucking help at all, does it? That didn't fucking help one bit. That was useless. It doesn't matter, because it went in the net anyway, but I'd have liked Will Bell to get the credit for his goal there. Jabwi Nanungwi doing what Jabwi Nanungwi does. Will Bell gets credit for the assist at least, which is good. I mean, he'd rather have the goal on his record, but I'm quite happy with how Will Bell is developing. He is slowly becoming better and better as a footballer. He will hit this potential. And given that Caden Longmore is at 4-star already and has England caps, you'd imagine that would get Will Bell into an England squad, which would be nice. Ken Selvey should already be in the England squad too, but not yet. I'd like us to have 3 of the England defence. Nanungu with a great header. Cecilia to Longmore. Out wide to Will Bell. Finds Nanungwi. He'll turn. He'll cut it back. Shot not quite clean, but Bell's there. To Longmore. Back to Will Bell. Come on. Cut it across. Good. Oh, that was a pointless end to that highlight. It didn't go anywhere near where I wanted it to go. And that is terribly, terribly sad. Safe has got a free kick. 3-1 coming up. Not far. Not far off. Not far off. It's fine. It's fine. Right. Please number of shots. Kem, you need to sort your life out, mate. Same with you, Ray Barrett. Maybe if we could not put ourselves through that. What tell Cecilia? We're delighted with his effort in the final third. I'd like him to get another goal, because I don't think he scored after the first couple of games, has he? Not really. 3 goals in 10 is kind of unacceptable numbers. Not that we're a massively high scoring team anyway usually, but 3 goals in 10 is not good numbers. Come on son, cross. It's not come off. That has not come off. Ooh. That's alright, we're going to get goal number 3. I feel it. I feel goal number 3 coming. It may not come until I've taken Barrett off, because Barrett's apparently not good at very much. But that's okay. And this squad might well need a number 10, a proper Matthew Gaudry style number 10. But Jesus, Noel. Yeah, it's a small potato. Staying up was the goal. Staying up was ultimately the goal here. Nothing more dramatic than staying up. So, if we have to just stay up and then replace him with a new number 10 next summer, I'm actually okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. Safer's going to take himself a corner into the box. Win it. No. Nanungwi. Safer to Medeiros. Back to Alcas. Safer again. Alcas. Safer. I thought he was going to shape up and shoot then. Kane Longmore's in the box. He's got a cross goal. Getachew puts it wide. And I'm not convinced this is not on dynamic highlights, but apparently it's not. It's just a key highlight heavy game. It's an action packed simulation to football. An action packed simulation of the footballing arts. Lee Sang-kyun to Delgado to Soto. Delgado again forward. One in the air by Will Bell. That's what we paid him the big money for. And can he get forward? He can. Finds Nanungwi. Nanungwi across goal. Ray Barrett wins a corner, but let's face it, that shot wasn't anywhere near the goal anyway, because it was Ray Barrett, who is about to come off, because a 5.2 is disgraceful. We will send in Donati there. We're going to take off Selvi as well for Rohath. We'll take out Safer for Carbone. Just a bit of a safety change or two. Bit of a safety change or two. Nothing dramatic. I don't know if there's anyone I can really take. I mean, do I want to take off Nanungwi? He is tiring. Let's do it. Let's send Dietrich in. Let's take off Cass for Avitsmark as it should be, and call that a day on the old substitutions. Just because fresh legs out there can't hurt. Because Tony Dietrich probably needs more football, so that will help as well. Popinski, he's moved out to the wing. It's a worrying one. Cross goes over. We haven't won it. We have now Rojas heading it clear. Langer trying to get past us and gets past Dietrich. Doesn't get past Noel Ballach. And now, or Noah, is it Noah or Noel? Noah? Noel. They didn't score. Don't worry, you missed nothing. He's changed into his PE kit. On his way off the pitch. It's time wasting that ref as a red card. Or whatever the new FIFA rules are. Anyway, 5 minutes to go. And, yeah, I'd say pretty solid. I don't like how this camera's lining up. Not a fan of how this camera's lining up. Anyway, that worked out perfectly is what I'm trying to say. And, well, 2-1 to the mighty Ipswich Town. pushes us up the table. We've got about 45 minutes left, which is nice work if you can get it. 45 fun footballing minutes of fun left for fun. Wowzers. Wowzerinos, Indinos. Good. We did well. Table 5th. Oh, 5th place in the table. We can secure it by beating Leicester in our next game, which is lovely. And maybe cheeky sneak into 4th. Cheeky sneaking into 4th. How many assists has Nanungwi had this season? Because he had loads last year. Why is Twitch trying to tell me that FM26 category doesn't exist? That's weird. He's had 4 assists this year. 3 goals. He got 9 and 14 last year. Somehow is playing better already this year in the Premier League than he did in the Championship. Very confused. We are still live, aren't we? Presumably we're still live. Bit confused. I'm a little bit confused. Chat, are you still able to see me? I'm very confused. I'll explain why I'm very confused. Because can I get that to actually be a width I can see it on there? Come on now. Nope, that's not the one. That's not the one at all. Let's try something else. Everything's gone broken now. Why are you trying to capture FM? So this is what I'm seeing, right? It's on a 4:3 monitor, like, ignore it. But apparently, I don't exist. Oh, now I do. Oh, now I do. Ah, okay. Twitch is having issues worldwide. Okay. Okay, well hopefully it holds up. If it doesn't hold up, hopefully YouTube will hold up. I was confused. But yeah, okay, as long as it's Twitch in general having a problem. Apparently no one has reported a problem on Twitch, which is interesting. Twitch's status bar isn't saying anything. Anyway, we'll see. Right, someone wants to sign. Sure. Don't know who you are. Go. There we go. Thank you. I'd love it if that was fixed for FM27. It's a small ask, but I'd love it if it was fixed. I'm going to be back in just a second. I'm going to find some Liquidios. I shall return in a second. Let me pull that back. Nope, wrong one. That one. Let me put that one back. I'll be back in just a second. And so I don't turn the mic off while I'm still talking. Hopefully we're back at the Leicester game, so I'll be back in just a second. Okay, we are back. Apologies, we've had a situation where I found some sweets. Mr. Christopher Root is in. I'm good, thank you, mate. How are you? Welcome in. I will do backwards shouting today. If you're not following Mr. Root, please go do that, because Chris is a great guy. And we'll be in Slough for the FM charity game that I also will be watching, not playing in. Apparently they didn't need my silky skills, but that's okay, because you know, we don't want to make it too easy for our squad. And also be following Sir Mariners. That's a great shout too. So I found some tropical squashies, which is nice. But yeah, if you are thinking of coming down for the charity game, do come and say hi. I'll be pitch side. And also make sure you stop and say hi to Mr. Chris Root, who is a hero to millions. One of the world's genuinely great guys. Who I'm sure will not object to people saying hello. Be my recommendation. Right, let's have a look. Do I change anything at all? Don't think we do. I think we're good. Here in the city de Leicester. Just trying to work out, does sorry, bear with. Just realised that Mr. Root does not have a VIP tag. And he should have a VIP tag, because he is a VIP. That's always a good plan. I cannot wait to get some writing done. I am, as much as I am definitely behind on my packing and moving out, because of the working thing, I will get some writing done the week after next, because my mother is going on holiday, so I have to stay at hers all week to look after her cats. Which means I'll have my PC over there, which is nice, and thus will mean I will be streaming from hers, which is better, because it means I can do stuff every day while I'm not working. Anyway, we've had some bad luck. Sure, yeah, whatever, doesn't really matter. Right, so Leicester have a team of players that no one's ever heard of. We have a team of players no one's ever heard of. Going into this game, we sit above them on goal difference. But we sit above them on goal difference with Manchester United on the horizon. I think I might have to find another project. I've sort of hit a wall with the novel I was writing. But, you know, novella, see what happens. Burgers outside. I've never tried the burgers outside the King Power, but I shall bear that in mind should I find myself accidentally in Leicester for some ungodly reason. Can we end up above United? Yes. Yes, we can, but we need them to lose. Which feels unlikely because they've beaten West Ham 3-0. Actually, no, that means they're not currently playing, which means we just have to win here and we'll be above them. Right? No. No, it'll be a point behind them. I can maths. Anyway. We have to score first. Before any of that becomes my concern. Well, to be fair, it wouldn't be my concern maths-wise then, because it would just tell me. Either way, we're in a European place. We are currently above Chelsea. We are above Spurs, but, you know, above Newcastle and Sunderland. All the big boys fear us. And that's why, because Ray Barrett occasionally shows up and scores. Ray Barrett, who I definitely didn't completely forget to take out of my team, and definitely left in there on purpose, has scored a goal. Collector's items. His second goal of the season, I think. Second? Third? Second. He's not been that bad, if I'm fair. But I'm rarely fair. So there is that. Also, I know he's not presently here, but I do want to give a quick shout out to our newest Discord member, J Posts FM, who is just literally starting out their journey as a content creator. They do FM on Twitch, and then confusingly they do media reactions on YouTube. Don't really understand. What am I being accused of here? Political message has been circulating on our live stream calling on viewers to support reform, and it's the Nigel Farage chasing Leonie as a person on Pip who can work. Where did that go? I was enjoying that. Oh. People can work, live and vote reform, get this benefits wanker off Pip so we can work, stop playing FM26 all day. What? That's a very odd thing, especially because A, I have a job, B, I'm not on Pip, and C, fuck reform. So, account created 6 hours ago. Cool. I'd love to know who that is. I'd love to know who that is. Yeah, indeed. 5 million reasons to say so. But also, since we apparently have someone watching who really, really wants people to vote for reform, just a lovely statistic for you, but since Nigel Farage convinced you to be stupid enough to vote your way out of the European Union, we've had a massive uptick in asylum seekers coming to the country, which you knew would happen, by the way, because that's why he wanted you to do it, so he always had racist things to campaign on. So congratulations on voting for the small boats. Also, you've destroyed the economy by about 12% in real terms, which is approximately the GDP of, well, Denmark. So, congratulations all around. By the way, you probably shouldn't be fucking around with people who are smart enough to understand politics, economics, and that you're an idiot. Congratulations. Why am I doing that? It's not smart enough to not make substitutions. There we go. I fucking love reform voters. They're so dumb. Like, oh, we want to stop the small boats, but why did you vote for them then, you fucking spastics? Sorry, I know we don't use spastics anymore. That's very, very uncouth. Yeah, and also the laws of like they've never posted that under their own name. I do find it really funny they think I'm on Pip. I've never claimed Pip. Because I know it's a waste of time. As much as I should in theory qualify, I know they won't give it to me because I can work. Also, it is somewhat ironic telling me to get a job but stop playing FM all day when I quite literally get paid by Twitch to do this. Like, it's not a lot, but like it's money that comes in for me sitting here chatting bollocks and playing FM. Like, it's not bill paying money. But I do find it really funny. They've essentially they've come to see me at work to tell me to go to work. It's very fucking dumb. But hey, if you are the dum-dum that posted that and you know me in real life, feel free to send that to me on a text message, so I know which chicken shit human you are. Let's take out Barrett for Donati. Anyway, the Yankees are playing the Orioles. That's just started. So that's fun for all of us. Do we know who the Orioles and indeed the Yankees are? Nope. Not a Scooby, but we do, but still. I know who the Yankees are. Who the fuck are the Orioles? Nobody cares. I think I've just broken a thing, and I didn't mean to break a thing. It is a kind of biscuit, you're right. It is right. Sorry, I'm just doing a thing. Boom, that's them reported. And now they can't see the channel at all, so they can get fucked. Anyway, back to chat, so I can see chat. Yes, Orioles are a kind of biscuit. We've dropped points, which is sad, but do you know what? We're still above Leicester. After all that shit, we're still above Leicester, so still on course for a European place, because top 6 is usually Europe. So that's magical. We do have a little bit of time left. Oh, the Blue Jays versus the Rays has started. Not very fucking creative, even. It's like, oh, we're the Rays. Cool, good work. You went to SeaWorld and named your team after the first animal you saw. Good. Right, next up, Sunderland, another relegation struggler. It's only rock and roll, but I like it. Which round? I found these in Tesco earlier, tropical squashies. And I quite like squashies. So I thought we'd try the tropical kind of squashies. Weirdly, nobody's messaged me yet, so that's fun. Anyway, yeah, they're really good. I do like a squashy. These ones are pineapple, watermelon, mango and passion fruit flavour. They're really good. They're on a club card deal at the moment. See, I like the normal. I like the cherry cola ones too. The cherry cola ones are very good. I wish they made like slightly harder ones, but we'll take it. Alright, Sunderland on a Friday night is a fun old game. Currently in 17th to Sunderland. After that we play Fulham. I don't know where Fulham are in the league table. Oh, they probably are Red Bull ones. Let's have a look, see if that's Mandela effect. Oh, apparently not. Viral reels and videos on social media platforms like TikTok have sparked widespread speculation about a collaboration, but Swizzles has not yet released an energy drink flavour. The online buttons mixes up actual Swizzle Squashes gummy sweets, novelty Red Bull foam stress squishy toys, or people simply pairing an actual can of Red Bull with a bag of squash. Hang on though.
There's a vicious rumour going around that you can now get Red Bull flavoured squashies. Let's see if we can find it. Who the bloody hell is Buzz Lightyear? I can't believe this actually exists. Red Bull and squashies are teamed up and you can now get Red Bull flavoured squashies. So I absolutely have to find them. If you're following me, you'll know that I'm actually more of a Monster Energy fan myself. But my 5-year-old is a massive fan of Red Bull, and considering it's his birthday tomorrow, I have to find him the new Red Bull squashies. I highly doubt they're going to be down the energy drink section though. But feel free to drop me a follow while we head to the candy section. Scrap, mummy! One also said they wish they were doing the squashies in Iron Brew flavour. Doesn't really make sense though, considering Iron Brew's from Wales. Squashies are from the UK. Right, so I'm down the candy aisle, lads. Who else absolutely incapable of sharing a share bag, or is it just me? Bloody hell, B&M's are now doing their own knockoff version of Starburst. And bloody hell, look at all these different flavours of squashies. Tropical squashes, sour squashes, Love Art squashy, cherry cola, strawberries and cream. Can't see any Red Bull squashes down here though, lads. Let's ask a member of staff. Dr Pepper flavoured squashies would also be sick, but I think they already do a cherry cola flavour. I've just asked a member of staff and he wouldn't stop kissing me, so I had to run away. I guess I've been bloody out again.
Well, that was odd. Yeah, that was like listening to someone doing... Oh, we've got extra transfer funds. That was like listening to someone doing a really shit Ricky Gervais impression. Up to and including the bit where he thought he was really funny and wasn't. When you saw how hard I laughed. Such a grade A joke. Red Bull's my 5-year-old's favourite drink. Shut up, you twat. You sound deeply unwell. So after drinking too much Red Bull and eating too much drink, yeah, that. Words. Right, how much extra funding have we got? 44 fucking million pounds. Lads, we're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league. 44 million pounds tactically deployed on a number 10 wins us the league. You heard it here first. That's where I find there isn't a number 10 I can afford for 44 million pounds, isn't it? I know it says 53, but I think we can installments the shit out of that and get Ibon Gallego back. His price went down and I can afford it. In comes Ibon Gallego. Nope. Nope. And also that. Alright. Alright. pay the extra million, you tight fucks. £35 million brings in Ibon Gallego to come back and be our number 10. Like he was last year. The missing link back in business. And that gives me another £8 million to spend, potentially on his wages. That is a league-winning signing. I'm throwing it out there. That is a league-winning signing. Right, right winger, I would like Fukamori there. I believe. I would like Fukamori there. Top 5 chocolate bars. Alright, I need to have a serious think on this, because this is a serious topic. Topic doesn't make my top 5 or 50. Spoilers. I'm going to go in no particular order. Snickers. I like a Twix. Toffee crisp. Gonna throw in a Whisper Gold. And I throw a swing in from left field here. Hershey cookies and cream. I think that represents a fair top 5. If I was going to replace it, if one of them was going to be like 5th place on my list of those, I think it would be the Twix. If only because I could replace the Twix with a reason and be pretty happy. Hey Liam, welcome. Yeah, Twitch has been odd all day. We had someone odd in it earlier as well, but I'm good, thank you. It's not your Wi-Fi, it's Twitch. Twitch is fucked tonight, apparently. I couldn't even see my own stream briefly earlier. So it's not you, it's Twitch. We're hoping it holds up. But yeah, I'm good. Hope you're well. Welcome in. We've just been ranking chocolate bars, or at least doing a top 5. For which I've gone for the Snickers, the Toffee Crisp, the Whisper Gold, the Hershey's Cookie and Cream, and either a Reason or a Twix. I'd put them too close to call. I would put those two at just about too close to call. But of course, we're open to reasoned debate. So, are there any we think are invalid? Oh, I'm so happy to see him coming back. You cannot imagine my joy at seeing Ibon Gallego coming back. I fucking loved this guy last season. I know he only scored 9 league goals for us. 10 in total. Oh, sorry, 11 in total. But I seem to remember every single one of them being an absolute banger. And he's 22 with a disgraceful amount of potential. Yeah, he doesn't like a big match, but you know what? We'd let him off. He's a big, big signing for us for January. I'm so glad they gave us that extra stack of cash. let's pin that message. That can be our question of the day. Top 5 chocolate bars for people. No, I'm not a fan of double deckers. I don't like chocolate combined with fruit. It's not natural. It's just unnatural. We've got... Oh, see, Liv will have dropped something super rare like a Tim Tam. But a Tim Tam's just a fat penguin. You can tell her I said that. I'll stand by it. A Tim Tam is just a fat penguin. My sister finds that very offensive, but they taste exactly the same. They are basically the same chocolate bar with ever so slightly more stuffing in them. I've none of this conspiracy bollocks saying one is better than the other. Milky Way, regular Cadbury's Dairy Milk, Kit Kat Double Decker, and Hershey's Cooking. Switch from see, I quite like a Freddo, but it doesn't feel like it's a big enough chocolate bar to enter consideration for a top 5. Like a Freddo is basically the advent calendar chocolate you can buy all year round. Like, it's not satisfying. Ooh, hang on. I may have just thought of a late contender. That might need to go in my top 5 somewhere. It's going to be a controversial... call, this. But... I'm going to throw it out there anyway. In fact, I'm going to throw 2 from the same range. Green and Black's 70% and Green and Black's mint 50. Throw them both out there for consideration. I think Green and Black's is actually better than Cadbury's. It's fucking expensive. It's made by Cadbury's. It's a Cadbury's brand. But it's not actually Cadbury's chocolate. They bought a smaller chocolatier. The game, Liam, is going rather well. We are currently, as things stand, somewhere in the region of 5th in the league. And we've also just taken over as the manager of Marley. I've said that now, we're in 8th because we're drawing. But it's fine. Worst things happen at sea. Liv said, Toblerone Cherry Ripe Boost. Ooh. I've never had one, but I want one. Boost Twirl Breakaway. Formula... I mean, to be fair, there's still timeouts here, aren't they? There were breakaways here, then timeouts, I think. And then split between a Dairy Milk Tropical Pineapple. What the fuck is that? Marvellous Creations Popping Candy Jelly Beanies. A Dairy Milk Furry. Oh, Maltesers is a shout. See, timeouts for me are just fancy Kit Kats without the satisfying snap. No, they're not indistinguishably different. But yeah, timeouts and breakaways, I think, are just interchangeable names they use internationally. Unless I'm thinking of something different. Let's ask Google. Australian breakaway. Yeah, that is just a timeout. Fucking hell, they're £4 here. £4 for a chocolate bar. A 90-gram chocolate bar. They want to be put in front of the fucking Hague for that. Deadly serious. That's a war on fat people. And I am a fat people. So they've chosen violence against me. Stephen Red Bounty. Sorry, Stephen Red Bounty I've never heard of, apparently since been discontinued. A red bounty. Alright, you've got my interest. Red bounty. Let's see. Red bounty bars. Ooh. Ooh. I'm not someone that will eat bounties a lot. I have to be really in the mood for a bounty. But a dark chocolate bounty, which is what the red bounties are, that ticks a box or 10. They are not currently able to be bought. I've just found the Cadbury Cherry Ripe. Fuck me. I'm sorry, you want how much for this? For 12 44-gram bars of the Cadbury Cherry Ripe, this place wants $30 US, which is about 25 quid. Jesus. Oh, we've conceded a goal. Also mentioned Texan bars, which might have been discontinued on eBay for 100 quid. Crazy. We've won again. I didn't see we were in the table. I should have been paying more attention, but we started talking about random obscure chocolate. And that's how you distract a fat bitch. So that's how that worked. We've got a game in hand. We're currently 8th. Oh, hang on, it's not registered the score yet, so we should be up into 5th again. We should be up into 5th again after one more clickety-clickety-cloop, clickety-dickety-doodly-boop, boobity-bobbity-bobbity-bibbity-bob-bob-boo, bibbity-bobbity-boo. Oh my god, I've turned into a Disney character. We all knew it would happen. We all knew that would happen. Right, we've got to play Fulham next. Where are Fulham in the Premier League? Because I like us to be in a Champions League spot. Pickups, ooh. So here's the thing. I saw pickups in a shop and I looked at them and I thought they look tasty, but at the time I wasn't like in a chocolatey mood. Right, so I didn't pick them up. And then I saw Matt shilling them relentlessly for like 2 weeks, and it put me off them. And I like Matt. I've got no problem with Matt. I fucking love Matt. But I just felt like he'd shilled them so fucking hard at me that I no longer wanted any part of them. Yeah, I rarely see his streams, but I do remember him like it was like a 2 week period where I for some reason watched him every day, and he must have done like 50 fucking adverts for these things, and I was like, you've put me right off, because in my head, if you have to advertise something that hard, it must automatically be shit. Like, my brain refuses to trust anything that has to be shilled that hard. I know he's 33, chap. I know he's 33. But that's a fucking baller. Sylvie is a fucking baller. Who we could have dirt cheap to strengthen our squad. Can I compare two players who don't play for me yet? I want to compare him to the other fella I just looked at. I can. Good. Alright. Sylvie's a slightly better player. He's a bit older. Does Jesus Velasquez have any potential whatsoever? I might just buy them both. And we'll figure it out in January. I think we'll buy them both. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. He was not fucking £7 million just now. Or I won't buy them both. Moral standards. We will take Sylvie, just have 2 number 10s. Of note. Bop, bop, bop. Thank you. 850k for a cam. It's pure liquid gold. Anyone else going unnecessarily cheap whilst we've got a bit of cash to spend? A left back. Do I need a left back? I don't really need a left back. I'd argue I need a right back more. Joel Mattia. Don't hate him. Not for sale. Alright. Well, he's not currently available. I could just search by right back, couldn't I? I could just search by right back, but like a sensible human. Who's going to pop up? Anyone good and cheap? El Hadji Diop. Don't want a 33-year-old right back. I'm going to be honest. I just want someone cheap and good. Eric Wilson of Norway. Burak Shivalek. Unambitious. It's a shame. It'll be fine. It will be fine. We'll take Sylvie. We're going to play Fulham, and then I'm going to call it a stream, because I've got to be up at like 9 at the latest, so that I can get myself into Oxford to go and do my work, and then come back. Fulham are 15th. So should be relatively easy pickings, I would think. Let's go to the next match, because I don't think those work permits are coming back in. Pirates tied with Tigers? Why are there pirates tied to Tigers? Feels like a nightmarish scenario. It's a fun quiz on BBC Sport where you try and guess name the nicknames of all 92 clubs. Alright, we're going to go on a side quest. We're adding a side quest to the docket, boys and girls. Let's do it now, why not? This time. Chrome. Why are you not showing up, please? Where are the random things? Why are you not showing me anything I want to see? That one? Nope. Is there some kind of block on it showing me BBC? Hang on, let me go back to that. Let's see if it will let me do it in Opera. Will you let me do this in Opera? Opera. It will. It will. Maybe later. I need to sign into my BBC account. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Right. Type every English club's nickname. Right, let's start with the easy ones. We'll have Gunners, we'll have Villains, we'll have Cherries, we'll have Bees, we'll have Albion, we will have, get loads of blues, easy. Coventry are the Sky Blues. Palace are just Palace or the Eagles usually. The Glaziers, never heard that one before in my life. Fulham are the Cottagers. Don't go cottaging, kids. Oh, beautiful, excellent. Right, Tigers. Leeds are the Lily Whites. Oh, wants it for Bromley, does it? Okay, it just wants whites for fucking Leeds, does it? Good. Liverpool is Reds. Red Devils. We'll take Magpies, please. Black Cats. Blackburn are Rovers. Bolton are Wanderers. Bristol City, we'll just catch a bunch with Robins, even though they're not the real ones. Keep it simple. Burnley, Clarets. Cardiff are the Dragons. They're not just blues. It's fine. We'll come back. We'll come back to them, or we'll get it with someone else. Charlton are the Addicts. Derby are the Rams. Lincoln are the Imps. Borough are the Borough. Millwall are the Lions. Canaries. Pompey. Rangers or Hoops. Sheffield are the Blades. Southampton are shit. Cheats. No, it hasn't stuck. It hasn't caught on yet. That'll come to me. Stoke are the Potteries. Potters. Swansea City are Swans. That's pretty easy. Watford are Hornets. West Ham can be Hammers. Wolves. Dons. Tangerines. They're probably just City. No? Oh, they've got a really stupid name, haven't they? Are they Hatters? You'll come to me. Burton are the Brewers. Cambridge are Bridge. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. Scholars. Students. Yellows. Who the fuck cares? Doncaster, they can be Rovers. No. Oh, they've got a sheep one as well. This isn't as easy as I thought it would be. Donny. There we go. Huddersfield Town are the Terriers. Right. Leicester City are Foxes. O's. Mansfield have got a really stupid one. I think they also just go by town. Mansfield. Stags. Borough. Theirs is stupid as well, but I can't remember what it is. It'll come to me. They're just Argyle. No? Don't know. Reading. Shit. No, that doesn't work. Aren't they Hoops as well? No. Pilgrims, that's the one. Reading. Reading got a really stupid one. Don't know, doesn't matter. Wednesday. Oh, I wasn't expecting help. I was trying to see if I could get past 68, but it's fine. Wigan Athletic. Latics. Pirates or the Gas. Chesterfield are Milliners. Spyrites. They are the Spyrites, damn it. It's like what Chesterfield's known for. Fuck them then. Colchester, use. Because they're not original. Crew are just known as Alex. Exeter are Red. No, it's something really stupid. Exeter's something really, 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 really stupid. Grecians. Hang on, where's that gone? Where'd that go? Grecians, where are you? Where are you? Grecians. Fleetwood are the Fleet. They got a weird coastal type trawlermen or something. Wood. Not Romans. No, let's ask them. Nope. Right. Gills, that's easy. Grimsby are... something to do with fishing. Something caught by fishers. Coughs. They're not. Newport. I'm pretty sure Newport are just county too. Fleetwood. Fish. Oh, it is fucking... Do you know what? My brain has shut out Mariners as being a Grimsby thing. You've broken me. Newport. Oh, they're the Exiles. Northampton. Oh, they're a tradie name, aren't they? They're like a hatters, milliners, foresters, that kind of thing. And I can't remember which one they are. Cobblers. I got there. Vale. They're not called the Vale. The Phil Power Tailors. Nope. I don't think I've done too badly so far. Salfords are Fake United. No, it isn't like Fake United. It's fine. They're the Shrews. Walsall are Amies, that's the one. Walsall. The Poundlands. York City are the Ministermen. I spelled that right. I swear to God, if that... Too many eyes. Oh, Minstermen. That shouldn't be a thing that requires... Where are we at so far? 84 out of 92. Alright, we're doing well. We're doing good. Cardiff. Red Dragons. Bluebirds. Oh, of course. Southampton feel like one I should know. Saints, I should have known them. The fuck are Bradford famous for? Aside from fires. Band, yeah, they've got a cockerel on their badge, of course. It's Peterborough that's fucking me up. Posh. Posh. I was trying. My brain was like, what does Kev call them? It's Chesterfield that's really fucking me up. I'm sure they're called the Spyrites. Does it have an E in there? It does have an E in there. I got there. Sadler's is the one for Walsall. That one, yes. Oh, are they the cod? Shrimpers, I think, is Morecambe. Cod Army? No. What else is Fleetwood famous for? Fishing? It's not going to be something stupid like cockles, is it? I don't think they're the fishermen. They are. They are now. All the cods. Fucking stupid. Oh, fuck's sake. Vale are the Valiants, aren't they? Chat, we did it between us. I'm going to claim that I got about 85 of them. And you guys helped with the rest. I think 85 is a fair... Which I don't think is too shitty. If I'm honest, I don't think 85 is too shitty. Especially since some of those are barely football teams. I am curious, like, who got the least things? Burton was lowest with the Brewers. Oh no, Donny at 30%. How the fuck did people not figure out Donny? I just guessed because the town one's known as Donny. Brewers at 31, Stags at 31. Anyone egregiously low? Chesterfield came in at 22, but that's just people who couldn't spell Spyrites. I'm reasonably sure. Exeter doesn't surprise me, it's at 19%. Newport took me a minute to get to Exiles, but then I remembered I watched a documentary about them being exiled from Wales, so my brain went, oh yeah. It wasn't just me on Mariners, only 1 in 4 people got Mariners. 17% got the Valiants. Very well done to Simon. 9% said the Ammies. I think most people only got Crawley because of Manchester United, I'll be honest. Our Tractors are up there, 88%. Good, GG's, we did it. Right, one more match in the most FM way possible. One more match, and then we'll find a friend to go say hello to. I presume one of those players confirmed on their way. Oh my god, Kem Selby's injured. It's only a day. He's only bruised his ankle. Don't worry, he just needs his mum. We've got a new contract. How long have we signed for? 3 years. Oh, okay then. Happy days ahead. Oh, he's back. Ebon Gallego is back. Nobody panic. Ebon Gallego has returned. That's okay. It's fine. It's not cost us hours of time. 15, 20 minutes. Not hours. Right. I think I'll do a quick pick and I'll figure it out from there because I don't know who I want to put in there. Oh, that's worked out actually quite alright. Right, let's do the checks for our fullbacks. Evans there. I would like Pereira. Sure. Just because he's sad. I don't know how Campany's ended up back in there. I don't know how Alfazi is, but we'll give him a go. Campany is for sale, so we'll put another DM there. Fuck it, let's try out this Montanari fella. Is he any good? Not really. But screw it. Why not? Why not? Right. Very, very happy that Gallego is going to be back. Very happy that Gallego is going to be back. Also, I know I mentioned earlier that the first week of September I will have my PC at my mum's, so I'll be able to do more streaming because I'm house sitting. But also, depending on our work schedules, we may have the glorious return of the Cassie. She wants to come and play again. So we may have a glorious Cassie return. And she wants to do more video storing. Which, as I recall, we left it having just expanded the store. So it's mostly going to be several hours of Cassie drinking wine whilst rearranging shelves. But let's score a goal. Nanungwi's trying to get through. He's failed. Quite spectacular. We're going to get like a really cheesy goal in a second. This feels like one of those highlights that ends in a really cheap, shitty goal. I don't know why. It didn't. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It is fine. Anyway, we are underway. We are doing our thing. I don't know how the league table looks in terms of games played. Are we level with anyone around us? We are... Ooh. Excuse me. Apparently I had to sneeze. 2 points puts us up into, as things stand right now, as things stand, 2 points puts us into the Champions League. So if we win today, we're in the Champions League spots. And most importantly, halfway to safety. But also in the Champions League spots. Shapui Nenungwi. I fucking love this guy. He's got no right to do as much good stuff as he does, but he does so much good stuff that... What a beast. 5'6", 17 finishing off the wing. He's like the perfect inside forward. Apparently Ray Barrett was offside for something. It doesn't matter. We're in 4th. Ipswich Town, newly promoted to the Premier League, 4th in the Premier League after 14 games, and actually only 8 points behind Manchester City. Imagine if we won the league. Imagine if we won the league our first season up. We'd be repeating a feat not seen since 1972, I believe. Let's ask the Google. Was 1972. How the fuck that was in my brain as an exact number. Forgot my pin earlier, but apparently I can remember 1972 was the year that Derby won the league. The levels of tism sometimes are outstanding. But Union Saint-Gilloise had shitloads of money, so... And Tony Bloom's whole analytics service behind them. Whereas Derby County had a wee local businessman named Sam bankrolling the whole thing. And this little fella called Brian Clough sat in the dugout next to Peter Taylor. Loaned the Canadian striker to Brighton with an option to buy of 22 million. Is he good though? Which season are we in? It's not Jefferson, is it? have to ask because Jefferson's fucking awful. Like, he's great in the Championship. He's not good in the Premier League. Right, we've done enough to be in the Champions League. We've done enough in this stream, in fact, to put ourselves in a Champions League spot and qualify for AFCON. We've qualified for AFCON today. I just want us to let that sink in. This is another it crossed the line, but also, is it going to stop on the line this time? Holy shit, it stopped on line. Promise David. Ooh. Nice. Alright, still 1-0, 1-0, still 1-0. We are still a Champions League tied as we speak. Cecilia has not been prolific at all, like I expected him to be. I don't know why I'm persisting with him, but I am also in my head now just thinking I've got Ibon Gallego coming in, so I have another goal scoring man. Maybe it's just missing one player. Oh, Nanungwi's picked up a knock. No, 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 no. I do not accept this fate. Could we tackle them and just like hoof it clear? Right. Potential. Oh, I don't like potential thigh injury. That doesn't help me. Right, we're going to try Alfa Rizzi. He is from the Netherlands. On loan from Fortuna Sittard. He is not, by any stretch of the imagination, actually good enough for this level. It's fine. Everington can go on up top. We'll take out Alcas for Ovitsmark. We'll take out Medeiros for Pereira. And I'm going to hold back an emergency tactical sub for later. We'll do our updating of our instructions while we're here. Boom. Let's go. I should take out Barrett, really. Let's put Tullin in. He was complaining of wanting more football. Will Bell is one yellow card away from a suspension. I don't know if it's a suspension bridge. Doesn't matter. We're 2 points behind Liverpool. Like, we might actually be able to be in this fight. Imagine if we actually did win the league in our first season up, with largely the same team that got us out of the Championship. That'd be crazy. It's not like we dominated the Championship either. Alright, that's disappointing. It's fine, we don't need to do that again. We do that again, it's fine. We just need to get one more shot away. One more. Okay, we haven't made it into the Champions. We've let ourselves down late on. But I think we've done enough to prove we can fight out of the top. Why don't we third? If we say 7th, it won't be Thursday night. But I'm just saying, I think we've done enough to be able to say here that we can possibly put up a fight for the Champions League. Just takes that momentum to properly build. Like I said, Gallego's coming in. Hopefully the other fella's coming in. Add a right back, just to give Will Bell some help. I feel good. I feel pretty good that they are the 3 weaknesses we need to bridge. Come on now, save. Save. We can do this. Good, we did this. Right, who is currently live and indeed kicking? Keith is live. Benny's live doing something with ducks. Yeah, having a night. I think we're going to go see Keith. We'll go say hi to Keith. I'm only going to raid and run and go straight to bed, but we're going to say hi to Keith quick. Because it feels like the right thing to do. There's Keith. We'll go say hi. If you're not following Keith, be following Keith. I'll see you on the other side. Thank you for being here. Love you all very, very much as always. And until the next adventure we go on together, do stay safe and have yourselves a jolly good one, is what I am going to say. Once we are ready to giggity go. Thank you, Liam. See you later, and au revoir.